Israeli settlers from neighboring areas converge on the cave village of Khirbat al Mufkara, throwing stones at cars and houses. Armed with knives and hammers, they smashed windows, overturned cars, and even killed goats that belonged to Palestinians. Mahmoud Hamamda and his 3-year-old grandson Mohammed were injured during the attack. The little boy was asleep in his bed when he was hit by a rock thrown by a settler, suffering a fractured skull and internal bleeding. Mahmoud says the Israeli settlers' aim is to force them out of their homes so they can move in themselves.
This attack was programmed and planned by the army and settlers together to terrorize people, to forcibly displace them and establish an apartheid regime to remove Palestinians so they can establish settlements. But I am sending a message to the whole world. No matter what you do and no matter how much you strike, you will not break our will and our steadfastness in this region.
Al Mufkara is in the South Hebron Hills, part of the occupied West Bank. Israel forcibly removed some of its residents 22 years ago. Now, settlers want to uproot the rest on the pretext that they are living in a military training zone. However, a 1981 document recently obtained by Israel's Khirbat Research Institute includes a transcript of a meeting between then Minister of Agriculture Ariel Sharon instructing the military to create training zones in the area of the express purpose of displacing Palestinians. Residents here say the latest attack was the most violent they have ever experienced. They reported that during the attack, Israeli soldiers stood by. They say that instead of stopping the settlers, they fired tear gas and rubber bullets at Palestinians who are trying to defend themselves with stones. Ori Givati is from the NGO Breaking the Silence, an organization made up of former Israeli soldiers who expose conditions in occupied Palestinian territories.
When something is happening with Palestinians, the soldiers have very clear orders. But when we talk about settlers, we are talking about a situation when there are no clear orders of what soldiers are allowed and should do when settlers attack Palestinians. The system denies it.
Israeli Foreign Minister Yair Lapid issued a harsh tweet, calling the incident terror and saying Israel has a responsibility to bring the perpetrators to justice. Police have so far arrested at least 6 Israelis and 1 Palestinian, but with a long history of impunity for similar attacks, the residents of Khirbat al Mufkara don't hold out much hope. Mustafa Fatih, Theatre World, occupied West Bank.